Texas, and we have a great show for you today. Our very own Jamie Browning hits the road to Greer, South Carolina, and visits BMW of North America, where they manufacture the X Series sports activity vehicle. He takes a look at the auto glass installation process and sits down with spokesperson Steve Wilson and manufacturing engineer Tim Frey.
BMW of North America is located in Greer, South Carolina, and produced the first American-made BMW in 1992. They have over 8,000 employees and 5 million square feet of workspace. In the first 20 years, they have increased their investment in South Carolina to over $7 billion and produced over 3 million vehicles. In March of 2014, BMW Group announced the largest single investment for the plant. They would invest $1 billion and add the X7 to production. They would also increase productivity by 50%, adding 800 new jobs. Here you can see the solar panels that help power the museum. They are committed to clean energy and pump methane gas from a landfill located 9.5 miles away.
All right, we're here today with manufacturing engineer Tim Frey. Tim, tell us a little bit about what's going on behind us here.
Behind us we have the automated glass install on the X3 and X4.
It's completely automated with the windshield and the backlight installation?
That's correct. There's no associate interference, there's no associate influence on any of the glass placement.
And I see the actual adhesive is being applied to the glass before it's installed into the vehicle.
That's correct. We have an adhesion promoter that's automatically applied, as well as the urethane bead.
And about how many vehicles do you run through the production line per day?
Per shift, we're around 350 vehicles.
And roughly how much adhesive do you use per shift?
And a given shift, probably around 200 liters.
Oh, wow.
And that's including front, rear glass, side glass.
Right. Well, you have the X3, X4, X5, so the entire X series.
In here, it's only the X3 and the X4. Down in Hall 50, then we run the X5 and the X6.
So all BMW sport activity vehicles are manufactured here?
That's correct. We're the only plant that manufactures the X series.
Here you can see the automation process for the windshield installation. Look closely at the A-pillar and you can see the laser guiding the glass into place. This is accurate to within 1/10 of 1 millimeter. Notice at the top of the windshield tape is also being applied. This will prevent the windshield from moving until the adhesive is cured. The backlight has pre-installed setting pins, so tape is not needed. You can see the lasers on the C-pillar guiding the backlight into place. The adhesion promoter or primer is applied by a robotic arm and transferred over to have the adhesive applied directly to the glass. This is also accurate to within 1/10 of 1 millimeter. After each windshield goes through this process, another robotic arm cleans all 4 sides of the adhesive applicator tip. At another location of the plant, cars requiring a sunroof have the complete assembly installed before the windshield is set into place. This is achieved in about 40 seconds.
Since the very beginning, all we ever wanted to do was make your work easier. So all day, every day, we make tools that do just that.
We're here with Steve Wilson, BMW spokesperson. Steve, thanks for taking time out to be with us today.
Sure, you're welcome.
When did BMW come to South Carolina?
We announced that we were going, BMW announced that it was going to build a plant in North America in 1992, June of 92. And about 2 years later, September of 94, the first car was produced here, but it was more of an internal ceremony. We had a big external celebration in November of 94.
Right.
And that's when we consider our grand opening.
And what model was that?
That was a 3 Series, a 318i. And since then, from the 318, we've had the Z3, which really helped put this plant on the map. And then we've had the X5, the first sports activity vehicle for BMW. But we've also built the Z4, after the X5, the X6, the X3, and the X4. And right now, this plant builds the X3, X5 sports activity vehicles, the X4, the X6 sports activity coupes for the world.
And can we say the X7 coming soon?
You can say that, but not for a few more years.
Okay.
We announced last year in 2014 that we would be building the X7. No timetable has been given on that yet. But as part of our $1 billion expansion, we announced that we would add 800 jobs. We would increase our capacity from 300,000 a year to 450,000 units per year. We would add the X7. Currently, BMW manufacturing produces more than 1,300 vehicles per day. All the models we build here are already sold, whether it's to a dealer or to a customer, more than likely a customer.
Oh, wow, that's very interesting.
And we export 70% of what we make. So every day, about 900 vehicles are loaded, driven onto the rail at the back of the plant, or onto a tractor trailer for distribution. But they're primarily on rail going to Charleston, railed to Charleston, and within 24 hours or 36 hours, they're put onto a ship that goes exports usually to Bremerhaven, Germany, I think Southampton in England, and some other locations as well.
Right, so if anyone sees a X Series SAV anywhere in the world, it came from here.
It came from this area, yes.
Wow,
Spartanburg.
that's amazing. All right, well, thank you for taking the time, giving us the tour today, giving us some great information. It was definitely a pleasure, and thank you and BMW for allowing us in.
You're welcome.